let me say some nice things also about the body.
Okay.
Because I was a bit harsh towards it. So let's say some nice things about the body also. Because also I've said this often. It's a very beautiful instrument. It's a very beautiful instrument. I've said that if it was just some technology, you see, then all of us would be willing. Suppose we're all bodiless. You see, we're roaming about as just bodiless spirits. You see, and we go to this body shop, literally body shop. not that Ananta-Part body shop, but the shop where you get bodies. And then the one says, okay, this is the last body which is available. Now, how much are you willing to pay for this? I would say that for technology like this, you would pay whatever we had to get hold of this beautiful instrument, more than any other gadget or car or any other materialistic house, a couch or TV, anything. Would be willing to pay a lot for this kind of experience, which is so intimate, so beautiful, also in a way. These sensations, this perspective, these hands, these feet. So it's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. And the idea was not to put down the instrument itself. The idea was to tell you that it is beautiful as an instrument, but the idea that I am just this instrument is the oppressive idea. Not that there is something wrong with this body, because the instrument will have a life, it will play its life. It's a beautiful tool for all this experiencing in this way, but it is not the eternal and the unborn. So the idea is not to create some aversion towards the body, not for you to neglect the body also in any way. It's just to rid the idea that I could be this body, I am this one. Just like we can value a very, very expensive virtual reality system and take good care of it. Just in the same way, this beautiful instrument with so many intricacies and so many millions of processes. It's very, very beautiful how it functions, but it is not I. So to care for the functioning of the body, to be compassionate towards the body is completely fine. The only mistake is to say, I am the body. That's why he says, I am not the body. This is important to see. Then, if all that is something for you to contemplate when you go home, if all that we have experienced is finite and phenomenal, then why is it that intuitively these ideas of eternal and unbound, they seem attractive to us? Is it purely like fantasy, or does it have an intuitive ring to it? Something feels like when it is heard, you are the eternal one. Something feels like, something just feels intuitively attractive to it. So in spite of anyone, most ones, if you were to say like that, have some concept of soul, some concept of what happens after death. These things, most of humanity has it. Why? Because they feel like this body is not going to be the end of all of it. There must be something more. There must be something more. And this intuitive sense of eternity, of being unborn. Maharaj used to ask everyone, what were you before this body? Well, he would even sometimes, when he was in the mood, he would get a little strong. He would say, so what were you before your parents got together that night? He would say like that. Before the sperm and the egg got together, what were you? You ask these kind of questions. And it can feel like, something can feel like, if you're new to Satsang, it can feel like, but I have to defend this body and say, but I was just this, or something could come up to debate, but something intuitively has a sense that it was not prior to my time. It was not prior to I. I could not have been non-existent. Even this idea that there will be a time where you won't exist, see, is very hard to swallow even for those who are not in satsang. It's very hard to swallow. That's why they want like these sculptures and statues and photos, because buildings to be named after them. Because it can feel like the legacy continues, something continues to infinity, because something recognizes that what I truly am is not limited in this time. But the ego wants to replicate that in this funny, childish way. If I just have a building in my name and my legacy will continue, no, it won't, because there won't be the concept of you, it's just a name which carries on. So this sense of infiniteness, the sense of infinity is intuitively appealing to us, because we always know that we are this eternal unborn being. Only in our worldly pretense, we are pretending as if we are limited in this way. He says, I am awareness, not a person. My thirst for life bound me to a seeming of life. So I am awareness, not a person, is something you hear every day, so we won't repeat more. My thirst for life bound me to a seeming of life. What does this mean? Just the sense that there are many versions of this. Right? So some say that there was a primal urge to experience itself as some phenomenon which led to the creation of the primal vibration Om. It is the same as this I am, this sense of beingness, this light. And in the light of this, all of this, thirst for life is getting extinguished. This urge to experience itself as if it is something, to witness itself as if it has a phenomenal reality. It is said that awareness itself, the one without attributes itself, for some divine reason, had this urge. And in an instant, in the blink of an eye, all of this play of time and space happened and got over. And now it is just visiting it with its attention. Anyway, we don't need to get too much in the metaphysics of this. Other systems have said different things. One has even said, like a Course in Rituals has even said, a tiny mad idea, tiny mad idea came in the mind of God. Like this tiny mad idea for some divine play, it came into the mind of God and led to this idea of separation. Many people, all actually spiritual paths, all religious systems have tried to explain this creation, explain this urge, this thirst for life. So the sage is simply saying there must have been an urge that I wanted to experience life in this way, and this bound me to this seeming of life. And he should also say that it seemingly bound me to the seeming of life, because he said that I am awareness, and this awareness has never been bound. So this urge to experience life, I played this game of pretense. Seeming life seemingly bound me using the power of my thoughts, the power of my belief in my thoughts. That is the only bondage. So he says over and over, he talks about bondage, and he says that the only bondage is not in seeing this. And then he says, my urge, my thirst for life bound me to a seeming of life. Now imagine that there was a thirst for life, a thirst for experience, but then to see that all of this is just an appearance, with no sense of tangibility of something happening to me, no sense of this play seeming real, then would it be really extinguished, this quench to play in this life? I don't feel it would. I feel it needed that drama. See, this is me, this is happening to me. Just like we need that drama when we go to a movie, or play a game, or read a book. We need that drama. It says this protagonist is just like me. So like that, when we experience life in this way with all its ups and downs, then it can seem like there comes a point where this thirst is quenched. say, okay, enough of this game. What is it that I really am? I don't want anything but this one that I cannot find. What is it that I really must be in reality? So basically, what are we saying? I'm quenched of this thirst for experiencing life as if I'm a separate individual. Then for some time it can seem like we play as pure presence itself. It's like God playing with His creation. And then when time for dissolution, then dissolution can happen. Actually, even the sense of time itself is part of the play itself. God is not bound by time.